The FA Trophy offers non-league teams a great opportunity to win some prize money as well as the opportunity to play at Wembley Stadium. If you win a match in the first round, which took place on the 15th of December, then you win £6,000, which is massive money for teams up and down non-league. But Needham Market decided that they were going to pass up on that opportunity and withdraw from the competition ahead of their match being played. We'll look into that, what's happened in this video. So tomorrow is New Year's Day, and there are some huge games taking place in non-league. Is stay up to date with them all on One Football. Some of the games that are happening, we've got Salford v Wrexham. That is the biggest one in the league, in my opinion, on New Year's Day. You've got second versus fourth. One Football will give you the lineups when they are announced. It'll give you a prediction page where you can basically put your prediction to who you think is going to win and compare that against all the other people that have also predicted. You can look at the recent form of those two teams by looking at their previous results as well as their positions in the league table. As you can see here, Salford are off the back of 4 games, but they've lost all 4, which is a terrible run for them, and it's seen them drop down into 4th place there, a good way off the top now. You can also look at some of the stats such as the top scorer in the league. If you want to find out more about that app, download it. Link is in the top line of the description. So the club play in the Southern League Premier Division Central, and this is in the 7th tier of English football. So they were drawn against Weymouth. They were drawn away, and from Needham Market in Suffolk to Weymouth, it's a 464-mile round trip. It's a very long way, and what they did to allow for that was to go and stay overnight the night before. So the players, the management travelled down, stayed overnight for the match on the Saturday. But in the morning, there was a pitch inspection at Weymouth, and the pitch was actually passed. However, at a few minutes before 2 o'clock, so just over an hour before kickoff, the match was postponed. The pitch was waterlogged and unplayable. Needham Market faced a very, very long trip home with nothing to show for themselves, and they know they had to go back a few days later. So with Needham Market being a part-time club, these players all have full-time jobs. So they had to book off half a day on the Friday so they could travel down in the afternoon and stay overnight. And with the rearranged game due to be played on Tuesday the 18th of December at such short notice, just a week before Christmas, for these players to have to go to their places of work and ask for time off, it's a bit unfair on both the players and on their employers. But in a statement released by the club on Sunday the 16th, they announced that they had to withdraw from the FA Trophy this season. The statement said that it's completely unreasonable to attempt to play this fixture on Tuesday the 18th of December. For us to request that our players and staff take another 1.5 or 2 days leave on Tuesday and Wednesday in the week preceding Christmas is considered unfair on them and their employers. And being a week before Christmas, that week, if you work in retail, if you work as a tradesman, they're all the busiest weeks of the year because you need to get your work done before Christmas so that your customers are happy. Let's say they were going to carry on with this fixture, but with no first team players involved, just academy players. These academy players would still be at school that day, so they'd struggle to get the time off as well. The statement continued to say that in addition, and after looking at the weather forecast for the South Coast area, it is extremely likely that the match will once again be postponed. The club proposed a couple of new dates, the Saturday the 22nd of December and Saturday the 29th of December, but both of these were rejected. And they also said that we consider that this decision fails to take into account of practical problems that would be incurred, and in addition fails to display even a basic level of common sense. If rules are to be applied in such an unconsidered manner, then the FA panel should be replaced by a computer. And I get that the FA want this to be played by a certain date because it will otherwise cause massive disruption to potentially their league season as well, which will then have a massive knock-on effect for the rest of the season. It'll just make fixtures more congested. But this is a really unique situation of a team that has got to go such a long way at a really awkward time of year. It's a one-off situation that I think should have been taken into account more reasonably by the FA. I think it also shows a bit of a lack of care for non-league clubs because £6,000 is in this for this club, and you know they're physically not able to play this game. They wouldn't be able to put a squad together because if these players ask for time off work and their employers say no, then you know they're in a bit of a situation there where they physically can't put a squad together potentially. And that's through no fault of their own. The match was postponed an hour before kick-off. Then again, you could say this is just part and parcel of being a football player at a football club. You've got to be willing to make sacrifices, and you've got to be willing to be playing games at short notice. And regardless if the game ended as a draw on that Saturday, the game would have to go to a replay taking place on that Tuesday night, where Weymouth would have to travel all the way over to Needham Market. So they'd be in this situation as well. But would they kick up as much of a fuss? However, interestingly, after this game in the FA Trophy on the 18th of December was withdrawn, they were able to reinstate a league match against Redditch United on that date. And for Redditch, this is a 306-mile round trip, so they've had to deal with this at late notice as well. Redditch manager Paul Smith even joked on Twitter saying that it was on, it was off, and now it's on again. Looking forward to a local derby against Needham Market. So the FA have not remained quiet on this. They've actually come out and made a statement. They said that they understand the challenges that a postponed match can have. However, in fairness to all the clubs in the competition, and to prevent causing disruption to other competitions, we must ensure that the rearranged matches are scheduled within the rules of the competition. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. I hope you have a really good new year. And yeah, I hope to see you in this video. And thanks for watching.